Hello and welcome back to Across the Gulf Coast. Well, now we're going to talk about some great events coming back to the Emerald Coast, to Okaloosa County in particular. There's 4 separate events that we're going to talk about, but they're all for one great cause. And joining me to talk about these events is Suze O'Neill. She is hopefully I can get this right, the Emerald Coast Volunteer Leadership Board Vice Chair for the Relay for Life events for the American Cancer Society.
It's a wordy title.
It is a wordy title. Hopefully we can fit it all on the screen, but Suze, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So before we talk about the events, I want to talk about the American Cancer Society overall, kind of in general. Tell me a little bit about the organization and what the mission of the society is.
The Cancer Society is truly a community-based. Most of it is volunteer-driven. I'm a volunteer. Everybody that runs a Relay for Life event is volunteer. Making Strides events, everybody is a volunteer, and we focus on research, education, advocacy, and service for our cancer patients in the area.
So let's talk about kind of some of the things that you guys provide to those patients, kind of programs or support or other things like that. How can you interact with these cancer patients?
We have a lot of patient services. One of the ones that most people will be familiar with is the Look Good, Feel Better program, and that is specific to women. When you're going through chemotherapy, a lot of people know that you lose your hair. Most people lose their hair, not only their hair, their eyebrows, their eyelashes, and your skin changes. And women have to take care of their skin very differently and learn how to put mascara on. If you don't have eyelashes, you can't do it. So you learn techniques. There's a program, a great program, that teaches women how to take care of themselves. Their skin's very different. They use different moisturizers. They have to use different makeup. We've got a great gift closet, which a lot of people do not know about at the Cancer Society office, offering wigs to women and prosthesis if they've had mastectomy. So those are 2 of the most common programs. We also have a Road to Recovery program, which provides free rides to patients that otherwise wouldn't be able to get to doctor's appointments or chemo or radiation. And sometimes that is the voluntary reason that people don't go to treatments, because they can't get there. They can't get there. So we do provide road drivers for them. Again, it's voluntary, and to do it, it takes a little bit of training. You have to have a driver's license and insurance.
That would be good. Yeah.
And you can do it as little as once a month, once a year, or if you're unemployed or retired, several times a week, because that is truly a life-saving service that we do provide to our patients. We also have a 1-800 number that is also free of charge. If you're a newly diagnosed patient, it's a great resource to call and get information on your meds. Your dietary requirements change when you're going through chemotherapy, so that is a really great tool as well for our local patients.
And that's fantastic that you're all volunteers and giving your time for this. But of course, to help with the society and then finding the cures for cancer and everything, you do have to have fundraisers for that. So of course we do have a couple big ones coming up this spring across Okaloosa County. So let's go ahead and move on to those and talk about those with Relay for Life. Tell us a little bit about what Relay is and kind of just an overview of the event itself.
Relay for Life actually started in 1985 with a Dr. Gordy Klatt in the state of Washington, and he decided he needed to do something to help raise awareness and funds for his patients. So he took to the track for 24 hours by himself and raised $26,000.
Wow.
And it has blossomed since then. So we are celebrating our 30th year this year. It is completely volunteer driven. Teams driven. We recruit teams from our community, businesses, churches, friends and family teams, schools, and they take to the field. And we now do a 12-hour event and come out and raise money and play games and have live music and raise money so we can put an end to cancer.
Absolutely. Now, this year, you said you've been doing it for 30 years, and there's 4 events this year across Okaloosa County.
Yes, sir.
If you could tell me where they are located, and then how can people get involved, either individually, teams, businesses? Sure. How can they go about doing that?
I'm going to look at my paper because I can't remember the dates of everything.
No,
Fort Walton Beach has their relay event. It's on April 24th and 25th, and it is held at Choctaw High School, and its opening ceremonies are at 6 p.m. We also have Crestviews that same night at Shoal River Middle School in Crestview. Opening ceremonies are at 6 as well. And we have the Emerald Coast Relay for Life, which is a merger event of Destin and South Walton communities. And it is May 15th and 16th at Destin Middle School. And we have Niceville event, which is May 1st and 2nd, and that is held at Niceville High School. All the opening ceremonies start at 6 p.m.
So why the different locations?
We've got a really big community, and
Yeah.
we have to get, and every community is different. You know, Crestview is very different from Fort Walton, then Destin, and that community. So we've got a lot of area to cover, and we want to make sure that we reach out to everybody that's been affected by cancer and serve our patients.
We got about 30 seconds or so left. So how can people get involved if they want to volunteer, if they want to have a team or sponsor or be part of it?
Generally, they can go to the website, the general website, which is cancer.org, and they can put their zip code in and find the event that is closest to them if they prefer doing it that way. They can donate online through that website. They can join a team. They can start a team.
Okay.
And we really encourage survivors to get registered to that as well, because that's why we do it, is for our survivors.
Absolutely. Well, Suze, thank you so much for being my
welcome.
guest today.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it. Good luck with the events.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll be in our Pensacola studios talking about events in Escambia County.